you have a joint financial account, does that create a responsibility to care for somebody else? The quick and dirty answer is no. If you have a joint account, you are considered to have full and complete access to that account at any time. So for qualifying for Medicaid or available assets to pay for care, the entire amount of that account is considered to be yours, no matter what amount you've put into it. Now, does that create the obligation to support an individual? No. Why? Because you would have, for instance, children and their parents often have joint checking accounts. That would create this obligation for the child to support their parent just because they have a joint checking account. So no, you don't have an obligation, but whatever's in there is fully available. It's the same with joint title on a house. Joint ownership with right of survivor. That allows the house to be what's considered an available resource when you're trying to qualify for government benefits, where you have to be below a certain resource limit. So there's lots of ways to get around that, though. Yes?
But with the house, it's straight situation, they wouldn't kick out the spouse. Could they kick out a gay spouse?
Not in New York State, if they're married, right? So that's an interesting question because we have joint owners. So if they're not married, they could actually force the sale of the house because you're considered to own the entire house. So you should sell the house to pay for your care. If they're married in New York State and Monroe County in particular, we do get spousal benefits for planning. However, it's really a fuzzy area because about 10% of the money that would come from benefits comes from the state, 40% comes from the county. So we're in New York, so we recognize same-sex marriages, so no problems there. But the other 50% comes from the federal government. How are they going to treat this issue? We haven't litigated that yet. I'm looking to litigate that. I just haven't had that case yet. It hasn't been an issue yet. And that's because Monroe County is pretty forward-looking and flexible, and they don't give